Greetings everyone, welcome back to Blade Bias. Today we have another unboxing and it's going to be hopefully a quick one. The videos have been getting way too long recently, and I'm not even saying that because people have been saying, oh, the videos are getting too long. No, I think they're getting too long. I'm talking way too much about stuff, which for reviews doesn't really matter that much, but for unboxings we're going to make it a little quicker. I know I just said that, but look at this dude. Oh my gosh, I'm actually so excited about this. I got a giant Dragonite Squishmallow. Dragonite, one of my favorite Pokemon. Not my favorite, that's Lantern, which is why I have, the Pokemon in the back of my case. But he's so cool and he's so massive, and they finally released this guy at Target, except he's not released. They told me, like, oh, we have that in the back, but I can't sell it to you until the 15th. And then I went back the next day and it was on the shelf because I got there early enough. So I don't know, but Dragonite's super sick. He's going to be sitting there watching me during this unboxing. We have a package here from Nabalis yet again, because they just release so much stuff at a obscene rate. I believe, I don't actually know for sure, I believe this is the new Nabalis cheese, which I legitimately and unironically believed was an April Fool's joke. When they first sent me the message, I was like, oh, they brought back that April Fool's joke that they did last year. No, apparently this was never an April Fool's joke, and I just looked it up like an hour ago. They revealed it in like October or something, which is crazy. Because you would take one look at this thing, and you would think that it's an April Fool's joke. So let's just take a good look. Oh, man. Let's take a good look at this thing. Oh, boy. Even though it's not an April Fool's joke, I'm still going to call this thing an April Fool's joke, because just take a look at this. The Nabalis cheese. So this, I've actually had this package for a day or two now. I was waiting for Nabalis to get back to me on any specifications whatsoever, because they only sent me a picture of this beforehand, which they've shown this off before, I guess. I just don't know if they've made an official announcement that they're actually making one of these. So I did not mean to flip that. So I asked them, hey, do you want me to make a video now? And they said, I mean, we might make changes, but you can make a video whenever. So here we are. It weighs 3.98 ounces. It is 6061 aluminum with a 420 heat-treated stainless steel blade with Zen pins, and it's entirely Teflon coated on bushings, costing about $80 subject to change, and they claim a light handle bias. This thing looks goofy as all hell, but I kind of love it. It's cool that they're messing with Teflon coating a little bit more now that the Teflon Vulp is out. I will say, compared to my Teflon Vulp, which I will be making an update video on soon, the coating does not feel as good. It feels... You hear that sound? It's not. It feels kind of weird. The coating is a little bit, like, not as smooth as the Teflon Vulp was. But no matter. It feels a little weird to me, I can't lie. We have a pivotless design with a little cheese bite handle indicator and all of these holes in this. I'm not saying clone here. Like, obviously not. But very glider core blade, It's a little bit glider-esque. Again, not saying they copied, just saying that they remind me of each other. And in the box, we have the standard hardware along with the T10 bit. Actually, is this less than they normally have? No, I think this is about what they normally have. But yeah, $80 balisong from Nabalis. That looks like a complete joke, and you could have told me it was an April Fool's joke that they just made real, but it never was, I guess. Let's flip it. The Nabalis cheese. Actually, hold on. Sound test? It has a pretty good tune on it. Like, it's not... I don't think it's Teflon Vulp level tune. Because the Teflon Vulp has a legitimately impressive tune. Actually, no, I would say it's pretty similar. Pretty similar tune to the Teflon Vulp. Does it flip well? Yeah. I would say it flips well. Yeah, I'd say that flips pretty well. Nabalis cheese. What the heck? So like I said before, this, you would look at this and think that it's a complete joke, and I kind of half expected it to flip like a complete joke, but it really doesn't. It sounds pretty good, it feels pretty good. It's your pretty standard, like, slight handle bias Nabalis affair. I would, right now, looking at my Nabalis collection, it's feeling the most similar to maybe like a wing. It's like a wing with less blade weight, I would say. But again, this is just first impressions. I'm going to have to give this thing the old, you know, multiple week, at this point, considering how backed up my videos are, multiple week rundown to really know how I feel about it. But honestly, it doesn't flip that bad. Grip overall is fine, which you can expect from the Teflon coating that the Teflon Vulp comes in. And honestly, the design overall isn't bad. We just have very simple lines running down the faces, the side of the handles, and, well, the faces, which, you know, aren't doing a ton for grip as much as the coating is. I genuinely believe a coating or a finish is just as good as some milling can be, especially milling on aluminum balisongs, because you can't cut hole patterns unless you're the Firefly or like a really... Like most aluminum balisongs, it's really weird to think about, but most of them don't really have a hole pattern. I can think about, like, you know, the Kraken, or like I said, the Firefly, because that's just the Firefly is just really chunky. But the coating is really doing the majority of the work here. Jimping's okay, but again, coating, the Teflon coating is just proving, yeah, that's where most of the grip is coming from. I'm not really having too much of an issue with grip right now. I could maybe see this being an issue in the future with other people. But for me personally, not a huge deal. It flips fine. It's your very standard, slight handle biased affair. Pardon my flipping, I haven't flipped in a few days. With a pretty cool bite handle indicator. I'm actually a big fan of the bite handle indicator because it doesn't really affect grip too much, but it's very obvious which side is the bite handle with the little cheese logo. Not logo, but cheese design. But yeah, it does rollovers, it does chaplains. It's fairly comfortable overall once you get past the slight weirdness of the Teflon coating, which I think might just break in after a few days. Honestly, nothing too bad in that department at all. And it fans well. It's not like the craziest fan I've ever seen. I think there could be a little bit more tip weight here, just looking at how flat it is. And I mean, if you're looking at it, even something like the Arctic, which isn't exactly known for having the most well-designed, you know, weight distribution at all, has a lot more weight up there. One thing I am interested in actually is, how long is this compared to something like a Vulp? It's about the same size. The blade's the same, the handles are the same. The handle gap is bigger. I do think this handle gap is maybe a bit too large. Closed seems okay. Open is a little wide. Although I guess it's similar to something like their wing. And I know I compared this to the wing earlier. Definitely doesn't beat the wing for me. I'd say this, it just very solidly fits in their lineup. I would put this as better than the Vulp. Maybe I'd even put this as better than the Hydra, honestly. I think I'm enjoying this a little bit more than the Hydra. But it's not going to beat something out for me right now. This could change again, but not going to beat something like the Wing or the Vulp Pro out. But it's a fun little flipper. The Teflon coating's nice. And it does all the tricks that I could want it to do. It's maybe just a little bit too standard handle bias for me. But I'm actually getting a lot of momentum, which this is a pivotless design. And you can see there's a huge, huge area at the end of the handle, similar to the wing, almost exactly like the wing. So it's carrying a similar level of momentum to the wing. Yeah, I would say it carries about the same momentum as the wing, just with that slightly less heavy blade. So it feels a little bit more handle biased overall. But honestly, fun little flipper, especially, like I said, considering how much this thing just looks like a joke and looks like a meme. I enjoy it. Nabalis did a good job with this one. Fun overall flipper. I'm going to have to spend a few more days with this thing, and realistically, looking at my timetable for videos, it's going to be quite a while before I'm able to fully look at this thing, unless I have any huge, like, really interesting revelations about it. So I'll spend a few weeks with this thing. Whoops. I imagine the Teflon coating won't hold up very well, considering my Teflon Vulp. But we will have to see. So thank you to Nabalis for sending this to me. They did send it out for free for the purpose of this video, but any and all opinions expressed in this video have been my own, as usual. You guys know how it works. Thank you all for watching. Thank you again to Nabalis for sending this thing out, and I'll see you all in the next one. Later.